Hello, lads, ladies, gents, ladetts, whoever, whatever. Welcome back to another stream. I do apologize. I'm not going to sound the best today. I am feeling a little under the weather, so I do apologize if I'm not overly talkative during this stream. But today we're checking out Minesweeper, a Minesweeper roguelike that was sent to me by Sova Games. Now, this is not the full release. They did only send me the demo to try out. And it's a publicly available demo, but just for the sake of letting you guys know that they did contact me to try this game out. Now, I've played a couple of rounds. I very much enjoyed what I have played, but I didn't want to play too much because I wanted to kind of save a lot more of my first impressions for you guys. However, again, since I'm not feeling the best today, I do apologize. It might be a bit of a shorter stream. However, I will be streaming this game again in future. So let's jump into it. So, if you don't know Minesweeper, good luck. Okay, so we've got 2, 1. That's possible, that's possible, that's possible, that's possible. So they're all possibles. Now, let's think realistically. What's going to be our best friend here? Well, if that's 1 and 1, going to be there. That's 1. There's going to be 1 there. That would cover all 3. So that's definitely in my book. So 2. That doesn't work. Dang it. I'm stupid. TGM, no worries, man. I'm actually a little early, so don't stress. I started a little early, not feeling the best today. Yapping to someone about dating life? Hey, man, as long as you got one. Mine died a long time ago, so they're safe. So that's guaranteed, which clears you. And that means you're safe. What? 2? Oh, no, I'm stupid. Okay, all we're learning is I am not very smart. So we got 12. I can't afford anything. We go into the next round. Oh, that was lucky. 35 gold. Add 1 more tile slot. No. So they're definites. That's a definite. That's a definite. Which means you're not. Which means you're not. Which means you're not. Yeah, I gave up a long time ago as an old man. Even though I'm not that old. Back, I was engaged about 7 years ago, 6-7 years ago. Yeah, it'd be 7. Yeah, and it didn't work out in the end, unfortunately. Though, you know, no ill will to her. Hope she's doing well. I still think she's an amazing human being. That one's still possible. Fuck, we died. Play again. This is one of those things where it just didn't quite work out, which is all good. So 2. So those 2 are guaranteed, because that's the only way that's hitting 2. Now, brain says there and there. Oh, that's safe. We go on symmetry? No, we're not. Okay, bad run. Let's do a restart. Just didn't work really. Like, we were going fine for quite a while. Like, so initially we dated a long time ago, back just as I was finishing high school and she was going into like her last year of high school. We got together, and yeah, we were together for a couple of years, and then eventually it just didn't work, you know, in different places. She moved away like a bit further out from where we used to live, and yeah, we split up then. Like, there was no hard feelings or anything like that. Dang it. And yeah, then eventually we reconnected, got back together. We're both really happy for quite a while, but I am very much I like to be left alone kind of person most of the time. And even though we cared about each other, she just needed someone who was more adventurous, I guess would be the best way to put it. Someone who's willing to get out there and do stuff. I wasn't that guy. I'm not that guy. I'm like, I just want to be on my computer, working on videos, streaming, you know, doing all the stuff that I love to do. Me. You're that guy. I am the guy with the smallest penis in the world, if that's what you're asking, Firecycle. How you doing, handsome? Oh god, sorry, feeling a bit crook. Not feeling the best. But yeah, no, it just didn't work. Like, I don't think I'm really, like, it wasn't her. I think it was just me not being able to be there the way she needed. And, you know, hats off to her. Hope she's living her best life. Haven't spoken in quite a while, obviously. But yeah, after that, I was just like, you know what? Maybe I'm not really cut out for a relationship. Like, if one happens, don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to it. But I have a lot of self-worth issues in that I know I need to overcome before I can even contemplate getting into another relationship. And even then, I'm just happy hanging with my cat every day, you know? Like, my cat is the only thing in this world I give a shit about. I'll get up my favorite picture of her. Pictures. Okay, so there's a few pictures, but this one's my absolute favorite. Look at her, she's a gremlin. I fucking love my cat, dude. I love her. She's such a goober. Yeah, I know, I'm talking about you. You're so pretty. You're my pretty baby. Yeah, I'll show you a better picture of her so she doesn't look... show her in a more positive light. Where's her being a little cutie? Yes, there we go. Of her being a sweetheart. Shout out to Revamp Clint. Hope my boy's doing well. Haven't been able to catch him streaming as much because time zones are a bitch. But he streams on Twitch. Love that guy. Straight up goat. Okay, so those two are guaranteed. We know that. Which means that's the one touching there, so that one's safe. Which means that... No, that one. Dingus. Tingus Pingus. But yeah, like, it's just one of those things, like, I'm always happy to talk about that stuff, though. Like, I find it interesting, because I find human interaction to be fascinating. We're going to say the points. Because we're on a high score. Fuck. Glad I took the points. But not trying to get closer to us. Yeah, I mean, it's rough, dude. Like, I think the best thing you can do, at least in my opinion, is to not think about you. And I'm not saying you're making it about you or anything like that, but it's too easy to be like, oh, I'm the one in a shit situation. That it's like, okay, but are they in that sort of spot? You know, are they happy? Okay, as long as they're happy. You know, it's not ideal, sure, but like, if you don't let it be about you, then you can't get better. You know, if all you wish for is other people to be happy, healthy, and everything in life, and just keep being a good person, you know, yeah, it sucks to not, you know, get the person you care about, but I've been there plenty of times, and, you know, there are friends I've lost, there are friends I've gained, and I've done dumb shit. I've been too aggressive in pursuit. I've been too passive in pursuit. I'll tell you now, I've been rejected every time I asked a girl out. The only time I've ever been with anyone is when they've come to me. And it's not to say, oh, you know, you shouldn't ask women out. No, like, if you like a girl, you can ask her out. But like, if you know they like somebody else, don't put them in that position. You know, like, just be the best you can be the most supporting person you can be, and, you know, hopefully they see your good points. Just don't be a dick about it, because there are a lot of people that do tend to, you know, make it purely about them when it comes to this stuff. So it's either you or you, which means you're safe. But you're safe, and you're safe. You know, like, eventually, if you know, I'm not a big spiritual person by any means. I'm pretty far from it, honestly. Ooh, 100 points. We'll take 100 points. Mainly because I suck. But I'm a big believer in, like, you get out what you put in life. So if you put in hard work, you're going to see the results. It might not come straight away. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you've all you need to do, like, when it comes to interacting with other people, is not make it about yourself. Be like, okay, how can I be a good friend for them? How can I make sure that they're happy, healthy, all that good shit? But at the same time, like, if it is causing you harm, you know, you also need to be able to back away. You know, you need to be able to put that distance if it's causing a problem. If it's not, then there's no worries. Well, those two are definite. You're safe. Means you're not. So that's them. You know, and like, if you continue to be a good person and do all the right shit, okay, this is a 50-50. This sucks. There's no logic to this. If it's there, sweet. If it's there, won the 50-50. But yeah, like, it's a spot where if you continue to, you know, improve yourself, be the best you can be, I'm sure you'll find someone, or someone will find you, you know. But if you're like me, lock yourself away in a room and don't do a lot, then yeah, you know, like you got to take some ownership and be like, okay, well, if I want to, find somebody, if that's what I want in life, then I need to be proactive about it. I need to put myself out there. But, again, like if you ask a girl out, they say no, then you accept that. Like respect. You bastard, should have gone the corner. Okay, so they're gone. You're safe. Which means you're gone. Damn it. Stuffed up. But yeah, like you just gotta go out trying to be the best you can be. Yeah, life's a bitch, girls include sometimes. And man, I'm just gonna get through this. Yeah, just take the time to self-reflect. Like, okay, what kind of behaviors am I doing if I saw someone else doing? Do I think are toxic in this situation? Do I think that's acceptable? Would I want someone to be doing that? If I was the outside observer? Take a time to step outside yourself, look in and just see like, hey, am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? Because sometimes it's hard. Especially when you're young. But if you can learn to be self-reflective and be the best you can be, you're going to be able to grow. It's one thing I regret when I was younger, especially when I was a teenager. I messed up a couple of really good relationships. Sure, they're high school romance. They're not bastard. They're not going particularly far, right? Scuffed run. Start again. All we're learning is I am god awful at Minesweeper. But yeah, when I was a teenager, I made a lot of mistakes because I was selfish. I made a lot of things about me, but it wasn't until I got older where I learned, hey, I need to step outside myself. I need to not make things about me. I need to focus on, how can I be the best me I can be? I'm not flawless. I make a lot of mistakes. But one thing that has always been a priority for me isn't me, which is bad because I should prioritize myself to an extent. Like I should be able to tell myself, hey, I'm allowed to want things, and that's okay. I probably went a little too far for too long. But in saying that, it's also good to be able to not be too selfish. You got to be able to be like, okay, it's okay to not have everything I want, but it's okay to work towards it as well. It's okay to have dreams, but it's okay to understand, unfortunately, they're not always going to happen. But it doesn't mean you don't try. You try to make them happen, but, not always going to happen. I didn't plan when I was 19 to throw my back out and be kind of stuffed for life, to say the least. I got the back of a 60-year-old when I was 19, and it's only got worse over time. So you can't plan for everything. And as much as some things might suck right now, it's not guaranteed to always be the case. The number of dangerous tasks. We will buy that. Okay, so that's 5. So I really like how the card system works in this, just to get back to the game. More than happy to talk about mental health, all that sort of stuff. There's a demo for a game, actually, if you want to try it. It's called Taming Your Dragon. I did a video on it. There's a free demo. It'll give you a good idea of sort of what I'm talking about a little bit. And this is, again, I'm not a mental health professional by any means. I'm just going based on my experience, my friends, what I've seen. But language you use with yourself, it sort of shows you. It seems kind of childish at first, but trust me, stick with it. The language you use is crazy important. The language you use to yourself, if you say, I can't do this to anything, or maybe I'll do this, odds are you're not going to do it. I know for me, I know for my friends, they say, yeah, I might do that. They ain't doing shit. I love them to death, but they ain't doing shit. Yeah. So it's got to become a thing of, okay, am I doing this because I want to do this, or am I doing this because I feel that I have to do this? You know, am I bullying myself into this? Am I telling myself that this is okay? Bastard. Yeah, I'm stupid that I stuffed that up. Why that to play it safe? Score 156. Okay, we're in the boss round. We got 2 minutes. But yeah, like it's a spot of, you know, there is nothing wrong with taking time to reflect on your actions, your behaviors at any point, and go like, okay, am I pushing myself? Yeah, like that's actually a really good example. I know for me, like for videos, there's a reason why I moved up to 3 videos a week from just 1, because when I would do 1, I would find, oh Lord. So it's gonna be somewhere up there. Go there. That's only touching 1. That doesn't make sense. No, that does make sense. Yeah, sorry. Getting back to what I was saying, like it's a thing of like, hey, this thing's due at this time. Okay. What's stopping me from doing it now? Oh, I want to do this. So like with my videos, like 1 a week, I'm sitting there doing nothing a lot of the time, and I get really mad at myself for that. Well, that's touching 1, that's touching 1. So that's the, and that's touching 1. So that's definite. Okay, so this is a 50. No, it's not. It's that one. I'm dumb. But like, if you tell yourself, I'm going to do this, I'm going to give 100%. Sweet. See, the good thing is you're still really, really young, right? You're at that stage of life where it's like, oh, I want to, you know, I want girls, I want to party, I want to experience, I want to learn and fuck around and find out. And honestly, partially, yes, do that. Obviously, don't do drugs, don't drink. I don't think drinking's a great thing. A lot of people think, oh, but I want to party. It's like, you don't need to drink to have a fun time. Gain 1 heart. We need that for sure. Disable simple. This ain't Bellatro. Bastards. But like 9. Yeesh. That one's definite. You're only touching 1, so that one's definite. Corners. Possible. I know that one's for sure. That one was just pure guess. But yeah, like it's a spot where, you know, sorry, I took painkillers earlier as well, so I'm a little scatterbrained. Also, don't abuse prescription drugs. I only take them because of my back, and even then, I went 3 days without taking any. And prior to that, I went 2.5 weeks without any. And then prior to that, actually, basically, I go like a year without taking them most of the time, and then I get like, okay, I had enough, I need these again. And then I go on them for a little while and then go off them again. Just because I don't like relying on. But yeah, moving to 3 videos is because I was like, I'm getting mad at myself for not pushing myself. You know, I'm not applying myself when I have all this time to do it. The worst excuse you can ever give me with anything is I don't have time. My good friend Pixel Sean, to whom anyone watching this should subscribe to, and give all your money to, nah, don't. But I love that dude. But he used to always try to say to me, I don't have time, when he wanted to start YouTube, because we used to stream on Twitch at the same time as each other. Well, not at the same time, but like we were streaming, yeah. Fuck. Okay, so that one's definite. That one's safe. Don't have time. Fire sickle. The only thing you don't have time for is getting naked, oiled up, and in bed, you know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna be there all night. Hey. But nah. He used to say that, and I was like, well, why don't you just work on like 5 minutes a day? You know, you don't have to do a video in a day. Like, chip away at it. And you know, he started, and like, hats off to him, dude. That man has put in some crazy work, and I hope he gets to like 100,000 subs in the next like week. You know, like, that dude deserves so much. He's only at 3.5, a little over 3.5. Sorry, I take that back. He's like pushing for 4, but like, he deserves the success. He's put in so much hard work. He's tried things. He's experimented. He's fallen on his face. He's had things that worked, things that didn't. You know, but the dude deserves a lot. You know, he's put in so much work. Okay, so that doesn't work. That's guaranteed. That's only touching 1, so that's there. Slowly getting better at Minesweeper. You know, but, you know, like, sometimes you've just got to stop this I can't. This I can't language. When you start saying, I can't do this, I can't do that, well, then obviously you can't. Like, how are you ever going to achieve something when you're saying you can't do it? Like, it's just not going to happen. So if you know, treat yourself with respect, treat yourself with kindness, but be flexible. I'm going to do this, but it's okay if it doesn't work. You know, that language you use is so vital, you know? But yeah, like, sorry. It's a spot where, you know, you can't know until you try things, you know, like, hey, let's take your schoolwork. You're at the perfect age right now to start honing in. Start working out. What are my goals? What are things I want to be? Like, if I asked you, what line of work do you want to get into? Have you got anything that like is jumping at you? You know, reveal 1 good tile. We'll take that. Okay, 1 gold for. Ooh, okay. Fuck. Music, you're a drummer? Fuck yeah. Bicycle does music? I do music. Although I haven't got my audio stuff set up. I probably could play some guitar, but I also am lazy. But but like, okay, so bam, bam, bam. Those are definites, which means they're safe. Damn it. Good run. Good run. That one actually went all right. But yeah, like, if it's like, okay, I want to do music, I'm a drummer. Okay, how much music theory do you know? Have you been taking time to learn it? Have you thought about learning other instruments? Have you thought about, okay, well, you know, I want to write songs, so I want to write lyrics. Have you practiced creative writing? Things like that. You know, I'm not sitting here like, do this, do this, do this. No, right? Just think about it. Like, think about, like, how can I make the most of this? You know, if A doesn't work, how can I make B work? You know? How can I make C work? Because you can always come back to it. Right? Most musicians these days are like that. Don't worry. I'm not saying you have to go out, but if you want to learn some music theory, I'm more than happy to like fucking teach you. I used to be a music teacher. Like tutor, not like a full-blown like official teacher, but Pody, how we doing, brother? It is so good to see you. So good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, if you want to learn some music theory, man, like I used to teach that shit all the time. You know, now granted, my expertise is more on guitar and stuff like that, but it doesn't mean you can't use that knowledge to help elsewhere. I don't know why I did that. That straight 50-50 shot. That's guaranteed. Means that's guaranteed. Oh yeah, look at us go. But yeah, if you like if you want to get more into the music creation side, like how do I make music? I'm more than happy to help with that, man. Firesicle doesn't stream a lot of music. I'm trying to bully him into doing it more. But he makes a lot of music as well, doing a lot of MIDI stuff. I do recommend checking out his stuff as well. Branch out. Music you don't typically listen to. Learn, take everything in. Don't sit there and go, I hate this because it's not the genre I like. I'm a metalhead, dude. I love my metal. But I'll listen to some pop stuff. I listen to some hip-hop, especially old school hip-hop. I love old school hip-hop because the production that goes into a lot of those samples and stuff is just incredible in my mind, you know. Even like today's trap beats, stuff like that, even though yeah it's a bit samey production wise, there's still stuff to be learnt there. You love Rush? Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. And with Black Sabbath is one of my all-time favorite bands, all time. Cool question. Yeah. But yeah, like look into things you wouldn't typically listen to. Look into jazz, look into blues, look into classical especially. And you might be like, but there's no drums in classical. We're not worried about the drums. We're worried about the rhythm. We're worried about the patterns they're using. You know, if you like really look at stuff outside of your wheelhouse, look into flamenco, look into even though people don't like the term, gypsy jazz, that's got some incredible rhythmic sections. Like just things that you don't typically go for, look into. Firesicle has some really cool beats. You can check out his SoundCloud that I'm going to link in chat because he's going to be like, don't do that. That's cringe as hell. And I'll be like, haha, suck it, loser. I like you. You're my bro. He's actually my first streaming friend that I ever made. Fun fact, like 11 years ago. We've known each other for quite a while. But yeah, like Take 5, like, yeah. Take 5 is an absolute classic. But yeah, like listen to stuff outside of your traditional. I just realized you've got fucking Merman Rider for Liquid Sands 5 as the cover image. Shout out to you, not Pixel, Firesicle. Hell yeah, One Punch Man. Sorry, I'll get back to the game. Do I want any of these? It reveals a tile, that's not dangerous. We'll take the 50 points because I probably want the points for the time. Oof, shit, let me have a look. I haven't listened to Rush for a little bit. My good friend Adam, shout out to him, Ratty Addy, who is a dude I am trying to get into streaming eventually. He is a much bigger Rush fan than me. Let me just have a look. I mean, I'm a bit of a casual when it comes to being a Rush fan, so I'll say YYZ by default is sort of my go-to. Tom Sawyer's a classic. What was the name? There's one other one that I'm like struggling to remember. I can't remember off the top of my head. I just remember, no, it's, oh, don't get me to sing. I'm a music teacher who can't, I'm tone deaf. I can like work things out on guitar, like play shit by ear, but like I'm not, my brain, no function. But it's not coming to me. Either there or there. No, I'll have a listen to Rush a bit later and see if I can have it jump at me. It's one of those, like, when I hear it, I know it. It's not like something that sticks in my head. With the amount of bands and songs I listen to, it's a little bit hard for me to remember everything. And shout out to my friend Velk, she keeps sending me this fucking cat that does the wee wee wee. So that gets stuck in my head too. I think it is. It's probably going to be a more popular one. As I said, like, I'm not going to pretend like I'm their biggest hardcore fan by any means. I feel like it's from 2112, but I might be mixing that up with something else. Feel free to if you want to. I probably won't be able to. Yeah, I feel like it's from that album because I know, like, I remember listening to that a while back, but like at the same time I was just like more into, more into like Dream Theater at the time. Okay, let's save to. Dang it. I really don't want to butcher this, so that one's guaranteed. I know YYZ and Tom Sawyer are like two that I definitely know, but it might be Overture. It might be. As I said, like, I swear it's on that album, but I'll have to have a listen. I can get back to you tomorrow about it. I'll let you know for sure. But yeah, like, it's a spot where, like, anyway, as I was saying, like, just to get back to the main point, with music, like, really branch out. Do you practice rudiments at all with your drumming? Okay. Not really. Get on them now. Earlier the better. Trust me, it's going to make your life a lot easier. Do not treat them as a, they're the worst. Do it as a, I am doing this to improve my, overall consistency. Rudiments are your best friend for drumming. I only ever taught like very basic level drumming, like beginner drumming, because I used to drum a bit off and on, because my birth father's a drummer, and he taught me a little bit when I'd go visit him occasionally. But like in the spot, in like as I got older, like, you know, my grandfather, my dad, like everyone else played guitar, and I just fell in love with the instrument, and nothing touches guitar for me. Like, that is where it's at. Yeah, I mean, AC/DC, probably like most of Metallica's freaking work. Shout out to Lars. On guitar, definitely better than AC/DC. Nah, Angus Young is a monster of a player, very underappreciated, and Malcolm Young was brilliant on rhythm. My rhythm playing has gone by the wayside. I really need to get back to practicing it, but problem is when I try to practice guitar these days, my cat is like, I'm going to eat the guitar strings. I'm like, this is the worst time for you to do this. Okay, well, we got that, so we know that's safe. Which means that's gone. Which means that's safe. Which means that's safe. Which means that's safe. Got a peace out. No worries, brother. I appreciate you tuning in for as long as you did. Start streaming music again, please. Thank you. Get back to working on your music. I'll bully you. I really like the music in this game. It's like very chill. That's 21. Hit those corners. That's it. Play it risky. Okay, so those are all potential. Potential. Well, I mean, why not start? You know? How else are you going to build a following? You know, even if it's just putting up shitty quality recordings to get started. You know, like I started streaming just as Justin TV turned into Twitch. That one's guaranteed. That one's safe. Touching, so that's safe. That one's gone. 3. Okay. The one. That's guaranteed. Touching. That's safe. So that's one. Yeah. Just start simple. Don't go in expecting, oh, I'm going to get 1 million views, I'm going to get fame. But how will you know until you try, you know? Okay, so 3. Touching one, that's you. There we go, we beat the boss. Destroy any traps around. I only have 9 gold. I have nothing. Well, good thing I only have 1 left. This is awful. Yeah, man, go for it. Do not be afraid to like put yourself out there, because like that's it. Worst case, it doesn't work out. At least you tried. That's more than can be said for a lot of people who just give up before they even get started. Okay, let's be smart about it. So they're touching 1. I don't know if that counts. You're touching 1, so it's you, which means, damn it, it was the middle one. I done goofed. Master musicians. No, whoop. I think the demo bugged out. Game. Good to know. I'll let them know about that one. Mind the black screen for a second. We're just gonna reboot real quick. Do you go by TGM for like a lot of stuff? Because honestly, it's not. Like what I'd probably recommend is try not to think too literal. Try to think of something that's special to you. So like Karlik obviously is not my real name. My real name's Sean. I don't hide that fact. I've never hid that fact. But real name is Sean. But why do I go by Karlik? Well, I came up with a character in a creative writing thing when I was a teenager. It's cringe as hell, named Karlik, and I liked the name, but I came up with it because I was obsessed with the llamas and hats thing at the time, back when I was like 14, 15. And a friend that I made playing RuneScape, she had a crush on Drumming Disaster. Not bad, actually. Yeah, Drumming Disaster's not too bad. Double D, because you got a nickname from that. Plus it's a boob joke, 10 out of 10. Can't go wrong there. What was I saying? Yeah, your friend I made, she liked this boy named Alec. And because with llamas with hats, they'd go, "Oh, that kills people." And then Alec, and I just put the two together. I was like, oh. And that's how the name was born. And I've been stuck with it ever since. Been 17 years. I've been coming by this. But like, it's just one of those things. I came up with it, and it's just like, this is my thing. And it just made the most sense. When a card is used, flag. I don't have enough. Keep saving up our gold. Yeah, double D works, like Drumming Disaster. I like that. It gives you something that's instantly recognizable. That went awful. But like, if you can come up with like a nickname for yourself for online as well, something unique, again, something special to you. As you can call like the series Drumming Disaster, you can call the channel Drumming Disaster, you know, play around with it. Oh, son of a, why did I even, do I have anything that's actually guaranteed? No, I don't, so I am just guessing. So they're touching one. That's guaranteed. Well, you need to be touching one. But you need to be touching one. Well, that can only be there. So you get your 3. And you got 3, so you're good. There we go. Big brains. Smart place. God, I feel crap. Oh. But yeah, like, try to... How would I put it? Come up with like maybe 5 to 10 ideas. The things you want to do for a channel. And then really shrink it down to like what is the beta. Okay, that one's a little too on the nose. Masturbation jokes are probably a little. Yeah, I beat it every day. This isn't Fortnite. Man, if I had $1 for every time you said that when you came into a stream pixel, I'd be fucking loaded. How you doing, handsome? Yeah, one day I'm gonna stream Fortnite just for you. And you'll be like, this isn't Splatoon. And I'll be like, you're right. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Like, it's not something you have to like do immediately, but like, you know, instead of going, oh well, I'll wait till I have a following. It's like, how else are you gonna get a following? Like, make a start now. Fuck around, find out. Have a bit of fun with it. Don't overthink it. Be creative. Enjoy life. You know, don't create content you hate. Don't do things you dislike because you think you have to. You know, have a bit of fun with it. Ooh, we want that. Give us the money. Son of a bitch. Ooh. Drumstick. Have your picture be the like the ice cream. My lord, this is not going according to plan. And you're touching one. But like, get creative with it, man. Have a bit of fun. Like, even if it takes, you know, a few attempts to get started. Like, the worst thing you can do is have an idea and never see it through when it's something you want to do for fun. Because then you're going to sit there and go, why didn't I start this earlier? Like, I wish I started doing my reviews earlier. Pixel can tell you, I'm a bitch. I took way too long to get started. Because, like, I would make full-blown videos, so I'm just going to lower there. Lower this. I had it lower before. The sound effects are fine. The music's just a bit loud in my ears. But, like, I had full-blown reviews made that I abandoned. Because I just kept saying, oh, I'm not good enough. You know, and, like, because I'm saying that to myself, it's like, well, how else am I going to, you know, do anything with this? Yeah, and like, I look at where my channel is now and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a space for it. I've seen a few people do it, but I wouldn't say it's oversaturated. Plus, you know, keeping privacy online is always a good thing. I think a lot of people, no, that's one, so that one's safe, which means that one's gone. Which means because it's one of those three. Oh, but like, the worst thing you can do is stunt yourself, you know, to be like, I'm not going to do this because I'm scared of failure. It's like, if you try it and it doesn't work, so what? It's not like you were doing it in the first place. So, might as well. Yeah, maybe you just do YouTube shorts. You know, you don't have to do long form videos. You know, just get your name out there. You know, like, I prefer long form videos to shorts for me personally, but I watch a lot of shorts. I'll sit there and start scrolling through for, you know, probably an hour a day unintentionally. While I'm like writing a script, I'll sit there, watch something, scroll, go back to typing for like a minute, scroll, just because like you find some pretty cool stuff. Okay, trying to see the logic. That one's guaranteed, I know that. So I know that one's guaranteed. Yeah, man, give it a go. would be that, which means you're safe. You're already touching 3, so that one's safe. God damn. Probably like another 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. Not super long. Unless I have like a god tier run, which I won't because I'm dumb. Oh, hey Ren, what are you doing? Well, you're touching 3, so that's safe. That's safe. You're touching 2, so that's gone, that's gone. Yeah. Sorry, my cat has decided it is cuddle time, so therefore I can't do anything else. You are hopeless. Hopeless, darling. Hello? Oh, you're a sweet girl. One day I'll put my camera on. One day. And everyone can see you. Instead of me sharing pictures of you looking like a grub. Me? My sweet girl. Are you just the best baby in the world? Hey, you're the reason why I couldn't get a girlfriend, because you'd get jealous. You wouldn't let me. You'd be like, nah. Hey, you're touching 3, you're touching 3. Fuck. I was wrong. I'm dumb. Hey. We have to double D. Yeah, man. I'll have your channel up, ready to go. Let me hit you with that good old subscribe. Okay. Sounds good, man. Alright, sugar. So you for sure. Is that for sure? It's possible. No, they're not. No, that's touching 1. Stupid. Scuff run. Start again. This game's a lot of fun. Actually, let me just double check that email. Did they give me or tell me the release date? Then I'll check the Steam page. We don't have it there. And we do have it down as coming soon. Damn. I'm looking forward to the full release. I can see myself playing this shit for hours. It's like I scuffed run, start again. It's like I put like what 110 into Bellatrix. Now granted, a good 30 of that is me like not actually playing, like I just have it open while I do other stuff. But I definitely have put quite a few hours in. And I do very much enjoy it. How's Digimon going, Pixel, if you're still there? Hope you're enjoying it. I just saw your thing in the Discord. So that's guaranteed, which means that's touching. That's touching, that's safe. You're touching, so there. Logic. Maybe I'm gold. Corners, alright. That's guaranteed in my book. There's that one, which means that's safe. Good Lord. All right. That one there. Okay. No, so one of them has to be one of those. Just like up here, it has to be one of those. What are those? A little bit of a 50-50, unfortunately, by the looks of it. I don't see... Those two are more likely. From overlap, but not the case. That's touching, so it can't be you. You're touching 2, which gives me that. Touching 1. You're now hitting all 3. Yeah, it sucks that I had to sort of take that 50-50 there. Oh, that's satisfying. You son of a bitch. Okay, well, they're touching 1, which means that's safe. Biscuit. Okay. Well, that's touching, so it's you. I feel like saying that's touching feels a little wrong, so I might... Okay. Grab. Oh, it's not... You're touching 1. Am I misunderstanding this? Oh, I am misunderstanding that. That's my bad. Okay, well, that does give me something. And you, and you. Ba, 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 da, da, da. Ooh. Okay, that helps a lot. So that one's no good. We know that. Three. Oh, you're actually already touching your 2. So those 2 are no good. No, that's wrong. No. That. Is that 1? I'm like, means that's safe. Which means that's safe. Just need to edit it? Hell yeah, dude. We'll do a live react for you. But yeah, also, like, my best bits of advice: make content as you feel like it, and don't have expectation. Don't sit there going, oh, I'm going to get 1 million views. It might happen, it might not. Yeah. Yeah, the Sigma. You're reminding me of Pixel. The cringe. No. I think they do have an editor on YouTube, but it's a very basic editor. I haven't really played around with their shorts editing. They do have stuff for it, but I won't pretend like I'm particularly knowledgeable. They're touching one, so that one's got to be, which means you're both. You're hitting 4. Okay. I'm pretty sure there should be editing stuff there. If not, there's probably like some free basic editing software for phones, if that's what you've used. If you've got like a laptop or computer, there is DaVinci Resolve, which is a great free editing software. I don't use it because I have Vegas and I'm just this is what I know how to use. But DaVinci is better. It's just like I stick with what I know because I'm an old man. Okay. Trying to see if there's any logic that I can work out here. You. That 2 was the giveaway. Sounds good. Okay, I got 2 minutes. Okay, so we got 3. You're touching 1, that's safe. You're touching 2, so that's safe. You're touching 2, so they're safe. They're touching 1, no. That's safe. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. You're touching 1. You're touching 3. Touching 1, 2. There. Hell yeah, dude. Man, I could see the speedrun implications for this. There we go, Mr. Fred. I've never had a full roster, we'll say. Ugh. Really, they had to do me like that, huh? So that's guaranteed, because that's 1. My sweet lord. Okay, there is logic here, so... The 2 has to be along there, which means that is going to be up there, which means it can't be there. Good brain. Yeah, 3, we're gonna have 2 there, which means that's safe. That's touching 1, which can be either of those. Right. Alright. The problem is this bastard. I don't have any fixes. Now, logic. Because it's either there or it's there. 50-50 shot. I got 1, I got the rest, but I didn't. Another. Yeah, that went well. This thing was a godsend, so we're getting that one again. Okay, which means that and that. You're touching 2, so that, which means that. So that. Oh, is there birdies? You're hearing all the birdies, really. Okay, so we got you. There's you and you. I hate that. She's up? Alright, let me... Ooh. Give it a second. Refresh. No, it's not showing just yet. Oh, now he's alive. How's Digimon going? TGM, now Drumming Disaster, aka Double D. Live reactor? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, buddy. I'll live react to Digimon, I'll get my account suspended. Fuck it. Let's watch Digimon together. Oh, it's so good. The pacing is like a little over the place for me. Like at the start, like in terms of story. Okay, here we go. Drumming clip. Let me it's on screen here. Do display capture real quick. Can I mute the game real fast? Ignore the amount of just random crap I have. I wish I had that stick control. I mean, yeah, like, it's gonna be what you expect. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I can never have that control in my hands when it came to doing that stuff. I'm like, guitar, I could do just about whatever I want. Not like absolutely everything by any means, but that's some pretty damn good control. Oh, put our music back on. But yeah, start posting those, man. Like, just start being creative with it. Like, you know, just start trying to, like, you know, as I said, you know, like put a little bit of music in the background that you're playing to. Maybe not too loud, like if you can have it like a little further away, but just enough so people can hear it, so they know what you're playing. Oh, why did I hit reset? I stuffed myself. Dang it. I got a little mad, so that's why I fucked that one up. I'm gonna do that, and that's that one. All right, this will be our last run for the day. You know, since we're doing it, let's go hard. Okay. Let's see our logic here. These guys are going to have some overlap. But. Why can't it be there? Because you wouldn't get yours. Can't be there because then I wouldn't get the 3. Because that would have to be there. You're the one that's going to give it away. So let me try and work this out. So if it's there, can be there. Because that's a 3 which cuts that off. So it can't be that one. It's there, then there. That makes you 4, not 3. So it can't be you. Which means bastard. Oh, I forgot about that one. I'm stupid. Overthought it. I'd like to blame my painkillers, but that's just not the case. Do it. Have fun with it, man. Just don't become egotistical, because then I'll bully you. You know, you can take pride in the, you know, your equipment. Like on my Instagram, I have pictures of my guitars. But like, you know, just have a bit of fun with it. You know, maybe you get some views, maybe you don't. But if you weren't getting any views in the first place, you might as well try. Let's have a look at this kit. Wait, I don't know why I'm muting. You guys can't even hear it. I've muted the desktop audio. That is a fucking nice kit, though. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think you'll do really well. Oof. To, like... we won't get into the money. Yeah, I know. This shit's expensive. Ooh. I got a few drummer friends. And that stuff adds up very quick. When it's not you or you, which means it's you. Dang it. Forgot that one's a possibility. They're touching... I'm stupid. Alright, guys. The sound dampening drum heads and the quieter cymbals, yeah. It's worth it, honestly, because it's also good for your hearing. Do you wear earplugs when you practice? Just one thing. Sorry, I'm just an old man, and my old man thinks that even though you got the quieter stuff, maybe look into... Even if you wear like in-ear headphones or something to listen to music while you play, but don't have it too loud. Just something to not fuck up your hearing, because every drummer I know that didn't do that is a little harder hearing these days. And like, I'll be having a conversation with them and I'm going to talk like way loud, or they're going to be like way up close, like in my space. Just because, yeah, they never looked after their hearing. Same when they go to live shows and stuff like that. But yeah, that's going to wrap us up for today. Sorry it is a little bit shorter. I could probably play this all day without even thinking. But thank you to Sofa Games for sending me this game. Not in terms of a Back to Digimon, hell yeah, dude. Not in terms of they gave me a copy of the game, but they did send me a thing saying that they would love for me to try it out. So just I've had a quick chat with them. Very much enjoy it, even though I'm really bad at it. But there should be a link in the description if you want to try this game out for yourself. It is called Minesweeper. Not sure when it's coming out just yet, unfortunately, but hopefully soon. But I hope you all have a wonderful time. But yeah, just look after yourself. Just try to be the best you can be. So I will probably still refer to you as TGM just because that's what my brain's made the connection. Like our friend Vigilant. Even though he's got a completely different username these days, that's just what my brain will always see him as. But yeah, look after yourselves. Have fun. Be safe. Can't wait to be called racial slur. Man, that's just a coming of age thing. Welcome to the internet. If you can handle that, you can handle shitty YouTube comments, because you'll eventually get someone to be like, it's not good enough. It's like, mate, I'm just having fun. But yeah, everyone, be good people. Look after yourself. Stay safe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow when we're playing another game that I've already forgotten, because I'm me and can never remember what the hell I'm fucking playing. Canvas. Canvas is tomorrow. I have put that game off for a month, and I don't know why. I just got busy with other games, and I feel really bad, so we're going to be streaming Canvas. I'm pretty sure it's Canvas. But have fun with it. Start getting your name out there. Have a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, everybody. Peace.